What's going on, reality hackers? It is Michael back at you with another video. Got my new setup. I'm really excited about this. Gonna try and keep this way. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. But man, we are finished with Christmas. We're moving on to the new year. What an amazing, crazy, insane death, resurrection type of year it's been. We came out of this pandemic. We're getting ready to pass January 1st, and January 1st is a time that many people believe, we feel internally that there's some signification with January 1st. This is why humans love their celebrations. They love their traditions, and there's nothing wrong with those. But that January 1st feeling, I know you know what I'm talking about. When you feel like you're turning a page, you feel like you're turning a blank slate. And when we really begin to dive into that we realize that A, it's just a feeling, and B, the condition of that feeling is really not dependent on some sort of objectivity, but rather it's dependent upon our ability to assign different meaning to one day than we do to any other day. That's literally why the day has so much meaning, why people say, I'm going to get ripped this year, I'm going to eat well this year, and then they quit by January 7th, because it's not about the true, real longevity of it. It's about the date. It's about the assignment of meaning. And the crazy thing that I realized here is that we can make anything mean anything, right? You can ultimately say that something that feels one way actually feels another, and get yourself to believe that. And as a result of that belief, you experience that in your reality. And so what I want to talk about today is ultimately getting us to a point where we can reassign meaning at will. Because think about this, right? If states of consciousness create reality, and reality is a byproduct of states of consciousness, then the most important challenge that we have is being proactive about the states of consciousness that we get in and out of, right? What we're believing to be true in any given moment. And what we're believing to be true does come down to the meaning we are assigning to objects, to relationships, to careers, to jobs, to businesses. Ultimately, we have a relationship with everything in our life, not just people. We have a relationship with everything. And the meaning we assign there ultimately is how that relationship begins to unfold, how it kind of takes on its own tonality. And really what we're looking for here is to get to a place where A, I'm able to make anything mean anything at a moment's whim, and then B, understand how that factors into the relationships I have with the thing that I have, right? Think about this. Think about something in your life that you're not happy with, and then just take a second, pause, take inventory of the internal dialogue that you've been carrying around that subject, around that issue. If it's money, if it's relationships, if it's your job, if it's your business, if you're an entrepreneur, I understand that deeply, right? Having really negative or downturned conversations with yourself about your business, about whatever it is, just because that's the meaning that's being assigned in that moment. And what's really amazing here is that because we understand that states of consciousness create reality, if we also understand that we can make anything mean anything, we can ultimately determine for ourselves that we're able to enter into any state of consciousness at any given moment, right? And the key here, here's the thing. If you've tried to change your state in the middle of a long day, in the middle of, a hard issue, you'll realize that it's very, very difficult, right? You're in the middle of anxiety or anger or frustration, whatever. You're trying to really change your belief, change your state, all the good stuff, and you're having a hard time. One of the greatest things that you can do is ultimately debug, right? Imagine that your body works like a computer, and the more programs that are running, think about it. If you ever had a computer, or even on your phone, when you have multiple apps running, 10, 15, 30 apps running nonstop, your phone might get hot. On the computer, right? Computers crash. They fall apart when there's too many programs running in too many different directions at too many times. And so one thing that we can do, which is really healthy to do for your computer, ultimately is to debug, right? I want to make sure that I'm not running too many programs at once so that I have space to calculate the necessary calculations to not only keep my system running, but to work optimally, right? We don't just want to function once, get our thing once. We want to function optimally, right? So debugging process is something that we do here at Reality Hacker. And ultimately what it does is it takes you into a couple places. It defrictionizes your body, really bringing you to a place where you're no longer emotionally or internally consumed by the biochemical responses of whatever is happening. And then from there, it recalibrates you back into that beingness state, back into that limitless state. And we do this with every one of our clients. And we're actually going to be doing this at our Bending Reality Treat coming up here in about 3 weeks or so on January 20th or 21st. So get your ticket if you haven't gotten that yet. But man, we are super excited the end of the day, you have the ability to create your destiny because you have the ability to enter into any state of consciousness that you want to at any given time. This is the wonder of this, that you are the causal force of the universe, of your universe. You have the power to transform your life by simply shifting what goes on inside of your body, because as you make that shift, everything will follow. And as Neville says, you are not free to choose the action you're going to take, but you are free to choose the state of consciousness that you will enter into in any given moment. You are amazing. You are powerful. If you are looking for help, if you want to take your manifesting to the next level, get the I Am Experience. It's in the description. Get the free Law of Attraction ebook, Unified. It brings together all of the Law of Attraction teachings around the world, along with a ton of other hypnosises and amazing things that are here, resources. Like, your life is waiting for you, and we are here to help you generate that for yourself. You're amazing. You're powerful. You're lovely. You're loved. We'll talk to you soon.